Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be taking a look at some word problems involving Pythagorean theorem. Yeah, we're going to work our way through this. I might not do every single one. I might leave a few for you to try out, okay? But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so start off with, drawing pictures here is really going to help you out, okay? So let's get going. Two sides of a right triangle are 8 and 12. Find the missing side if these are the lengths of the legs. Now, some quick vocab for you. Legs are the two smaller sides. So if 8 and 12 are my two smaller sides, I go 8, 12, and I make that x. Okay. This would be my A, this would be my B, this would be my C. So we can run Pythagorean theorem, 8 squared plus 12 squared equals x squared. Okay. Now, running a little bit with the calculator, 64 plus 144, okay, equals x squared. For the sake of this worksheet, we're going to keep everything with decimals, okay? So I've got 64 plus 144 gives me 208, okay? So I can square root that. 14 point, we're going to go to the nearest tenth, so 14.4. Okay, so this gives me 208. Square root left, square root right. So x equals 14.4 inches. Okay? Good. And that makes sense because it's definitely bigger than 8 and 12. Now, find the missing sides. These are the lengths of the leg and the hypotenuse. Now, here's the one thing where you got to think a little bit. If one of these sides is the hypotenuse, okay, which one has to be it? Well, it has to be the larger one. So 12 must be my C in this case. 8 would go anywhere you'd want because A and B are interchangeable, and now I'm bumping the x over there. So you might be wondering, like, how's that really changing things up? Well, now when I set my Pythagorean theorem up, we're looking at x squared plus 8 squared equals 12 squared. Okay? And basically the same idea, but what we're going to get is to this situation where I have x squared plus 64 equals 144. In order to get x squared by itself, I have to subtract 64 from this side. So if I do 144 minus 64, I get 80. And if I square root that, 8.9. Okay, so we're going to get x squared equals 80. Square root it, 8.9 inches. And again, this makes sense because in the context of the problem, 8.9 must be smaller than my largest side, which is 12. Okay? Very good. Okay, so the foot of a ladder is placed 6 feet from a wall. Now I'm going to go ahead and draw myself a picture. Okay, here's my building. Okay, got my little windows, little door. All right. And I'm putting a ladder up against it. Okay. Now that ladder is 6 feet away from the wall. So here's the wall. It's 6 feet away. Cool. If the top of the ladder rests 8 feet up the wall, how long is the ladder? Now here's my x. Now I'm hoping, take your time with this, you have to identify where the right angle is. Well, the right angle is this corner. Okay, it's always going to be the corner that goes like straight up. So across from your right angle will always be your C. So this is my C. So now A and B are interchangeable. Now I can run my Pythagorean theorem. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. Okay? But take that extra second to realize where it's at in relation to everything else. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. Okay? Add them together, I get 100. If I square root that, the square root of 100 is 10 feet. Okay? Very good. And again, makes sense because it's the largest side, so it would be bigger. Okay. Number 3. The bottom of a ladder must be placed 3 feet from a wall. The ladder is 12 foot long. How far above the ground does the ladder touch the wall? Okay, so again, I'm drawing myself a picture. Here's my little windows, here's my little door. All right, and here's my ladder again. Now look what they changed up here. We're paying attention to the details. The bottom of the ladder must be placed 3 feet from the wall. So the bottom of the ladder is 3 feet away. The ladder is 12 feet long. Oh, okay, that's different. Now, this is 12 feet. Okay. All right, here's my right angle. Here's my x. Well, what's your c in this problem? Again, it's always across my right angle. So there's my c. There's your a and your b. So x squared plus 3 squared equals 12 squared. Okay, so again, notice that small difference. Okay, that makes a big thing, big change. X squared plus 9 equals 144. If I subtract 9 over, x squared equals 135. Square root left, square root right. That's a really bad square root symbol. So the square root of 135. .6, and we're still doing it in feet. So, and again, it makes sense. I always try to make sure that it makes sense because it's not the longest side. All right. Very good. John leaves school to go home. He walks 6 blocks north and he walks 8 blocks west. How far is John from the school? Okay, so think about this. North is straight up. So John's walking straight up 6 blocks. Okay. Then he walks west. Okay, W-E, we, west. So I'm going to the left. 8 blocks. Okay, and you want to know how far is he from the school to his home? Okay. Well, again, there's my corner. You're always looking for your corner. Which, by the way, if you ever get cold, just go stand in the corner. It's always 90 degrees. Okay. So here's my x. So again, notice how this is drawn differently than up here, like these previous problems, but it's still the same basic premise. Across from 90 is my c. So 6 squared plus 8 squared equals x squared. 36 plus 64 equals x squared. 100 equals x squared. Oops. X equals 10 blocks. That's why it's always important to reread your problem and see what they're asking you. How far is he? Well, he's 10 blocks from school. Okay? You're still dealing with it. We don't want to change it to like miles. That makes no sense. Okay. Let's try a few more here. Scott wants to swim across a river that is 400 meters wide. He begins swimming perpendicular to the shore. He started but ends up 100 meters down from where he started because of the current. Now think about this. So here's your, let's say this is your river, okay? So this river all the way across is 400 meters. As he starts to swim, he starts to go down because the currents bring him down. I don't know if anyone here swims at all, but they can realize that. So he's down now 100 meters. Okay? How far did he actually swim from the starting point? Well, again, tricky picture. There's my corner. Here's the x. So it's across from it. That's your c. Okay? So we're looking at 100 squared plus 400 squared equals x squared. So much bigger numbers here, but 10,000 plus 160,000 equals x squared. Let's jump to our calculator. Okay. So we're looking at 170,000. I want to square root that. So second square root, second negative sign pulls up the answer. 412.3. Okay, oh, we're talking about meters. Always read directions. Did that on purpose. Okay. Again, this makes sense because it's larger than the other two sides. Okay. So good stuff. Two more, and I'll let you guys try at the back. A ramp is placed from a ditch. A ramp is placed from a ditch to a main road 2 feet above the ditch. If the length of the ramp is 12 feet, how far away is the bottom of the ramp from the road? This one's a little trickier to draw. So I'm imagining a ramp. I don't know if anyone here does like BMX or anything like that. Okay, it's 2 feet above it, but they're telling you the length of the ramp is 12 feet. So the ramp's like the actual piece of wood that you put down there. there's my corner, and you're trying to find that. So across my corner is 12, that's my C. So here we're looking at x squared plus 2 squared equals 12 squared. Alright, so x squared plus 4 equals 144. X squared, if I subtract that over, equals 140. So I'm pulling up my trusty calculator again. Square root of 140. 11.8 feet. Okay, wonderful. Very nice. Okay, one last one here. A 13-foot ladder is placed 5 feet from a wall. Okay, so I'm going to draw my building. Okay, here's my ladder. So they're telling you that this is 13 feet. It's 5 foot away. The distance from the ground straight up to the top of the wall is 13. So they're telling you, this is a little bit different. They're telling you the top of the building is 13 feet. Okay? They want to know if this will actually reach it, like if you put that ladder up against it. So we have to run Pythagorean theorem. Again, here's my corner. There's my C. So I'm looking at 5 squared plus x squared equals 13 squared. 25 plus x squared equals 169. Subtract 25 over. Okay. Square root. X equals 12 feet. So what they're asking here is, will this ladder reach the top of the wall? Well, we just found out that the ladder only goes 12 foot up the wall, but the maximum height of the wall is 13 feet. So we're going to say no, we will be 1 foot short of the top. Okay, and we're in good shape. Now, try to give you guys a good idea of the front. What I'd like you to do is on the back here, okay? You are, again, setting things up. You're trying things out. You're trying to see if you're solving for C or for one of your legs, okay, or hypotenuse of your legs. Give this a try. Might not get all of them done, but just try and do as many as you can to the best of your ability. All right, feel free to ask questions as you go. As always, keep up the good work. Good luck. We're all counting on you.